His
I know. I
brother
got a
Dan
good
was
question.
on.
I got a good one
no,
for
before
him.
you do that, before you do that, hey, look, Brian, I'm going to be honest with you, man. I live in Mount Laurel. We're a Lenape family. I don't know if am I allowed to? Are we allowed to be on this stream together? Like that's good. That's a little bit of a rivalry there.
We always Lenape, you can join in if you want to. I'm a Shawnee guy, and we didn't have much trouble with Lenape people back in the day. I'm always the second Earl too. You know what I mean? I'm never the first one on. So, but I appreciate being here. Thanks, guys.
All right. Can I start with a funny one? All right. My first one is, all right, you have to pick out of the brother tandems right now, coaching tandems in college basketball. I believe there are 5. Annie and Bobby Hurley, Bryce and Scott Drew, Joe and James Jones, Archie and John Miller, and you and your brother. Who wins in a game of 2-on-2? 2-on-2, who wins of all those guys? Who's the best tandem?
Right now in basketball?
Right now. Today.
Okay.
Today. I mean, luckily, Danny Hurley's washed, so you're good there. I've seen him in practice washed.
Yeah, I mean, so I'm close with the Jones brothers, and I love them, and Boston University and Yale, but not them. The Drews. Bryce was a year older than me, very good player. To be honest with you, I don't know who's in shape. I know my brother's not helping much. He's a post up threat. He's a post up threat. So and I can still shoot it. So the Hurleys are obviously in our world. We were New Jersey guys, and they're North Jersey guys. We're sort of South Jersey.
I'm giving it to you and your brother. I'm not even going to let you.
Okay.
I'm giving it. Whoa. It's not South Jersey. This is Central Jersey. This is not South Jersey. Central Jersey. Okay.
All right. Things have changed. But yeah, I'll take us. I mean, we have girth with my brother in there.
All right. This is where I'm going to go now because I got to get this back on the. My job is to get shows back on the rails whenever Goodman decides to get them off the rails. Goodman, do you know how many guys have won the Ivy League Player of the Year and Ivy League Coach of the Year in their basketball careers?
I'm going to guess one.
I know of at least one. There might be more, but I'm going to say there is at least one, and you were talking to him. That's a pretty cool kind of bow tie to put on a career, right?
Yeah, it's interesting you want the bow tie on an Ivy League career, but not everyone wears them in the Ivy League. But yeah, my experience has been in the Ivy League to this point. So it was two very great experiences being a college basketball player. I played for a Hall of Fame coach at Princeton for a year, and Pete Carrill, and then was eventually Player of the Year in that conference as a senior, and then coming back around and doing the things at Cornell that we were able to do. It was, Coach of the Year is very much a team thing, and so that was I think we all took pride in us winning that award together. But so it's been an Ivy League journey for me, which most people never would have guessed when I was a young man that I would spend that much time in the Ivy League. But it's flattering to get both those awards.
Because you're not that smart? Is that why they wouldn't have picked you? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm glad you picked up on that.
I want clarity. I want clarity, Brian.
Yeah. You've been talking to my brother.
Hey, why William and Mary? I think that's a question that I think a lot of people probably had for you when you left Cornell. Why William and Mary?
Well, it is very familiar. Like I said, I have a background in the Ivy League. I sort of understand at this point, having been a player in that league and coaching guys in that league, that William and Mary has always been an institution that is basically Ivy League. You recruit the same type of character kids. You recruit kids who are self-motivated on the court, in the classroom. And so it wasn't a big step away from my background, and it checks a lot of the same boxes that Princeton, Cornell, the Ivy League schools check. And so it felt comfortable, and it was just the right move for me and my family at the time.
What I think is really interesting is that you took over a new program, and you still managed to find a way to get quite a bit of retention on there. Like you have, I believe it's 5 guys that played starters minutes, right? That played at least 23 minutes a game, and 6 players from the program back. Like that's not usual in college basketball in 2024. How did you make that happen?
Well, I'd like to take a lot of credit for it, but it goes back to what I said. There's a lot of change in college basketball, and a lot of it is transactional. And but we still offer a William and Mary degree, and so I don't know. I don't think it was me so much as weigh the benefits of leaving this degree behind you versus having it in 25 years. And for me, having gone through similar situations, similar degrees, similar experiences that they will have as to me, a William and Mary degree means a lot in the world as you go forward. And so I think the guys who remained, we had some conversations. They were excited about what basketball would look like, but I think also we are as good an education as you're going to get, as good a future as you will have. And so they look forward to not passing up that future for the current, the current stuff that's presented to them.
What have you challenged Gabe this year? Obviously, we know he's an elite shooter, but what have you challenged him with watching tape and obviously seeing him in the preseason?
Well, I think he is an elite shooter, and so almost reminding him that he's an elite shooter and he's to shoot it, and his teammates, his coaches are expecting to know when he's going to shoot it, which should be often. And he's been just a joy to coach. He's completely bought into what we're doing. We're doing things maybe a little bit different, but new things that we've brought to the table. He's on board, just like the other guys. They're completely sort of given over to maybe the new way we want to play. And so I don't challenge him too much. He seems pretty self-motivated. I think the challenge for me is to make sure that that we're doing the right things by him as much as possible.
When are you getting Chattanooga on the schedule?
We are not, unless they make a good
Will
offer.
you never? Will you wait? Because Scott and Bryce won't play each other. Like they won't. Like one of them wouldn't even. I think it was Bryce wouldn't go into the Big 12 when he maybe had an opportunity because he didn't want to play against Scott. Will you never play your brother?
Probably not. I think most of those brothers would say no. It's no fun. I am a Chattanooga diehard fan. Every day of the week, I'm screaming at the TV. I'm coaching more than my brother. So it's a tough business, and you're rooting for people you like, and that goes for other. Chris Mooney's up the road at Richmond. I've known him for 30 years. I don't want to play them personally. We are, and so there's guys in this business that have known each other forever and are rabid fans of the other program. So we will try to avoid each other as much as we can.
That's
on the court,
funny that you say that,
right?
Yeah,
yeah, exactly.
It's funny you say that because Jeff and I have known each other for a long time, and I love nothing more than just putting him in his place and beating him no matter what it is that we are playing. So it's a little bit different dynamic when you get into the coaching ranks. Listen, Brian, congratulations on the new job. Best of luck this season coming up. You have a team that's going to be able to make a little bit of noise here in the CAA. We'll be watching you pick off a big win so we can get you back on the field of 68. We need an upset here at some point in November.
I would love it. Thanks very much for what you guys do.